hair's a mess. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, Patronosaurus Reads. I'm Katie, aka Patronosaurus, and I read. And this is my buzzwordathon vlog. Have I vlogged an entire week before? No. Was my one attempt at vlogging when I went book shopping not that good? Yes, but I'm still gonna try. So tonight is actually the night before the readathon starts, so it starts on the 18th. Tonight's the 17th. I know, I realized in my TBR I said that this week is American Thanksgiving. It's not. American Thanksgiving is next week. Apparently I don't know how calendars work. Please don't roast me. But I wanted to intro this vlog tonight so that I wouldn't forget tomorrow morning. So my plan, sorry, my hair is like, I don't know what's happening. My priority for this week is Six of Crows, like surprising exactly no one. My priority is Six of Crows because it's been on every TBR I've made since I started my channel like 6 months ago. Good job me for not reading this freaking book. And then I have my audiobook for The Wizards of Once ready to go. That's like just under 6 hours long, so I will definitely finish it this week. And my school is actually closed on Tuesday. I think I said before I live in Indiana, and Tuesday a bunch of teachers are taking the day as a personal day to go to Indianapolis and like lobby outside the State House basically, because it's like the one day that all of our state legislators are required to be in session, which like that's great that that's what my tax dollars pay for, that they have to go to work like one day. Super cool. Great. Love that. So many teachers requested off personal days that like 100 school districts in the state have closed. It's crazy. So my school on Tuesday is closed. I'm not a teacher anymore, as I said, and I live far enough away from Indy and I have to do enough driving that I'm not gonna go, because I've had to do a lot of driving the last couple weeks, and I have to do more next week when I go home for real Thanksgiving. So I'm not going, but that means I will have a lot of time for reading. Yay! Love that for me. So that's kind of the general plan for the first couple days of the week. I'll see like what I can get read during my lunch hour tomorrow. I don't take a full hour for lunch usually, but like half hour, 15 minutes, however long I decide to take to eat. We'll see how that goes. So I just wanted to intro my vlog here because I knew I would forget tomorrow morning, and also I would look like hot garbage. So here I am on a day that I filmed, so I still have makeup on. I forgot to film this though, and then ate pizza, and then I was like, no, I have to film my vlog intro, so I like had to fix my face. I had like marinara on me, had to put my lip gloss back on. It was a whole thing. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow at some point, probably not tomorrow morning because I'll probably forget to vlog, not gonna lie. But I'll see you when I see you. Happy buzzwordathon, yay! Hello everyone, I just got home from work. I did not read any of Six of Crows yet today because I snoozed my alarm like a billion times this morning, because normally I would have a little bit of time to read in the morning before I leave for work, and I didn't do that today because it's Monday morning and it was really difficult to get up today. But I am a little over an hour into the audiobook for The Wizards of Once, so I'm feeling good about that. I'm gonna read Six of Crows like right now. I'm gonna get started on it, so let's do that. It's gonna be great. It is an hour, more than like an hour and a half later. No, it can't have been that long. I've only read 57 pages. I have read Kaz's first chapter, so like the lighting was really bad there, explaining like the basic premise of the book and like the heist and stuff. So now that's been laid out, and now the story's, I'm sure, gonna go from there. But I decided to take a pizza break. So I'm gonna eat some pizza. I've been rewatching Psych, if you guys remember that show from US. So I love that show. It's fantastic. What a delight. I've been rewatching it, and I'm just like having a good time. So I'm gonna take a pizza and psych break. Here's my pizza box. There it is. You see me, like, this is my natural habitat when I'm not filming, like, natural potato Katie right here. Hi guys, it's a couple hours later. I've watched a couple of episodes of Psych. I ate my pizza, and now I have hiccups that I feel like these types of hiccups are exclusively bread, like when you eat a lot of bread, and the hiccups just hit different. Like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Does that make sense? So I'm like chugging water. I know it says Budweiser, but it's water. Please don't look at my messy sink. But like I feel a little bit refreshed. It's nice to take a little bit of a break, watch some mindless TV that I've already seen before, so it wasn't like I had to actually concentrate on it. I noticed my attention wandering towards the end of the chapter I was last reading, and I was like kind of half reading and half on Twitter. So I think what I'm gonna do is plug in my cell phone. Can you see I have my charger plugged in out here in my kitchen. So I'm gonna leave my phone out here while it's charging because it's only like 50%. I'm just gonna leave it to charge while I keep reading, and then that way I won't be tempted to be distracted by Twitter and Tumblr and everything. I'm like all cozy in my robe. I've showered as well, so I'm like ready to go. I think the rest of the night is just gonna be reading. I might like watch some booktube videos a little bit later, but like the rest of the night is kind of just gonna be catching up on bookish things. So this might be my last update. I might like tell you once I'm done reading for the night like how much I have read. I'm aiming for at least 100 pages, and I'm already almost at 60, so I feel like that won't be that difficult. I'm a pretty fast reader, like not to toot my own horn or anything, but like I can just read really fast. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna go read now. Just want to pop in to say that the heist planning has begun in earnest. Oh, I'm so excited. I love heists. I didn't think I liked them, but as it turns out, I really love them. And I can like hear the Ocean's 11 music like in my head. You know, I'm so excited. I might read more of this book tonight than I thought I would. It's like 7:30, but also I'm like dead tired because it's Monday. But also I can sleep in tomorrow because there's no school. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know that I'm not gonna stop reading as early as I thought I would though. Also, Wylan is baby. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for the night. I'm about 150 pages in, and I'm tired. And I have a couple of videos that I filmed over the weekend that I need to start editing, and maybe start editing this vlog as well. So like I have stuff to do, and I don't know that my brain can concentrate anymore. And I feel like I'm at a good stopping point where like things are happening, obviously, but it's relaxed enough that I'm not like, I immediately need to know what happens in this book right this second. So I'm gonna hold off and keep reading it tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Good morning. It's like just after 6 a.m., which is when I normally wake up. I turned off my alarm today, but then my biological clock woke me up anyway. So I figured I would just go ahead and start reading. I have somewhere to be in a couple hours. Sorry, like my brain doesn't work this early in the morning. I have somewhere to be in a couple hours, so I'll read until then. Maybe eat some breakfast. Like just have kind of a relaxed morning. So hopefully I'll get a decent chunk of Six of Crows done in the next couple hours. I'll let you know. Also, happy Queen of Nothing Day! Can't read that book, even though I pre-ordered the audiobook, so like I have it. I own it right now. Like I don't even have to go to the store or wait for the mail to be delivered or anything. Like I own a digital copy on my cell phone right now. And because it's buzzwordathon, I can't read this book yet. I'm in pain, but I'm pushing through for you guys. Yeah, okay. That was really overly dramatic. I'm about like a little less than halfway through Six of Crows, so I'm trucking along, you know. I'm gonna go to the grocery store in a little bit. Sorry, I like don't know how to record on my phone, and my arm gets tired really easily, so like weird angles for the win. And I have like some cleaning and stuff around the house to do today, so I'll probably listen to my audiobook while I'm doing that. So I feel like I'm gonna get like massive amounts of reading done today, so it's gonna be great. All right, on my way to the grocery store. So listening to my audiobook, it's like really short and I'm listening to it at double speed, so I probably won't finish it today, but like maybe tomorrow, which is great because then I have Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren is on script, so I'll be listening to that one next. I know that wasn't on my official TBR because I was only looking at my owned books, but I'm not going to listen to Nosferatu, so I had to pick a different audiobook after I finish The Wizards of Once, and I think Twice in a Blue Moon is what it's going to be. So, off to the grocery store. Hooray! Alright, groceries have been acquired. Time to put them away and keep listening to my audiobook. Okay, so I just finished Six of Crows, and I don't know what's happening. Like, I literally spent like the last 60 pages, like every couple of pages, like something would happen and I'd be like, okay, like I'm emotionally compromised. So I finished Six of Crows in less than 24 hours. Wow, good job me. I don't know what to read now. Okay, so I was thinking of going straight into Gideon the Ninth, but I don't know that I want to read this right now. Like, I don't know. What else do I have? What was on my TBR? I literally don't even remember. I could read this collection of short stories based off of Edgar Allan Poe books, because it's 13. So I could do that. I don't know. I literally already forgot what is on my TBR. Like, there's all my laundry that I haven't put away. Woo, maybe I should do that. Honestly, what I want to do is just like read Cookie Kingdom, but it's buzzwordathon. Like, it's not numbers. I have some books in my room, so I don't know what I'm doing. So that's the update, is that I finished Six of Crows and now maybe I'm in a reading slump. That's what we have learned from this. So I guess I'll update you when I have made some sort of decision about what I'm gonna read. Okay, so I've made the executive decision to reread The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I just feel like I need kind of that genre change after like the really intense like high fantasy and violence of Six of Crows. Like, I feel like this is what I need. And like I said in my TBR video, it's been like a year and a half since I read this book. So it'll be nice to kind of get back into it and relive the magic once again. And like I said, I think I mentioned in that video as well, I read Taylor Jenkins Reid books super fast. Like, for some reason, her writing style just really works easily for me. So it shouldn't be too hard for me to finish this pretty quickly, and then hopefully I'll be in the mood for something more sci-fi fantasy-ish, a la Gideon. I also thought you guys would appreciate the bookmark that I have chosen. This is a quote from Riverdale, which I do watch. I don't like watch it every week. I just wait until I don't know what these fuzzy things are on my blanket. I wait until like the previous season is on Netflix and then I just binge it. Like, I know that show is trash, but I really like this quote and I like this bookmark a lot, and I feel like it fits with Evelyn Hugo as a person very well. This is from Ink and Wonder. I placed like a huge order from them like 6 months ago. I think I legit bought like 12 bookmarks. It was stupid to spend that much money on bookmarks, but I really like them and they're fun and pretty, so no regrets. Okay, time to get this book started. Wednesday. I read about 60 pages, like a little less than that, in Evelyn Hugo last night, so like feeling good about that. But for all of like me having the day off yesterday, today is gonna be a really busy day at work. And I have like an event after school that I have to stay for. So I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done of Evelyn Hugo today, but that means my audiobook will get listened to a lot because my commute is half an hour there and I listen at double speed. So I'll listen to an hour of it just on the way to school. And then after work, I have to like drive around and run some errands before I go back to school to host our financial aid event. So I might finish my audiobook today, which would be pretty great. Okay, I just wanted to quickly update you because I realized I didn't do an update before I went to bed last night. So yeah, 60 pages of Evelyn Hugo. Reading my audiobook is a plan for today. I don't know how much I'll be checking in because I, have to like go do my job. But I'll talk to you guys later. Many hours later. I'm so tired. Okay, quick update. I finished The Wizards of Once. Hooray. And I started the audiobook for Twice in a Blue Moon. I didn't touch Evelyn Hugo today. I might read it a little bit before I go to bed. But it's already almost 9 p.m. and I just got home. Love that for me. It's great. Okay, that's the Wednesday update. There's not a lot, but like sometimes life is crazy. Okay. We're halfway through the readathon now, I guess. It's going well so far. 2 books down. All right, good job, me. Good job, everyone. Okay, I'm losing my mind. I need to go to bed. Bye. Hello. It's Friday. Did not vlog yesterday. It's kind of a bad mental health day, and I didn't read a whole lot anyway, so I was like, whatever. And then I woke up in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m., and I saw a mouse in my room. So I literally drove like 15 minutes to the closest Walmart, bought mouse traps, set them up at like 2:30 in the morning, and then couldn't fall asleep. So I listened to more of the audiobook of Twice in a Blue Moon. So like that's what I did from the hours of like 2:30 until 4 a.m. this morning until I finally fell back asleep. And I got like almost done with the book, which was great. And then I somehow convinced myself to go to work. And I worked most of the day, but I ended up leaving like 2 hours early. So yeah, I was like talking to the office ladies and like kind of telling them about my struggles, and they were like, yeah, just go home, it'll be okay. And I was like, I kind of feel bad, but also like I can't help other people if I'm not taking care of myself first. So that's kind of what's up. So I finished Twice in a Blue Moon on the drive home. And the ending, I wish the ending wasn't the ending. Like, I wish there had been, like, another chapter or 2 plus an epilogue. Like, it felt unresolved to me. Like, there needed to be a little bit more falling action, and that was a little frustrating. Like, the rest of it, up until the very, very ending, I was like, oh yeah, I really like this. Like, probably 4 or 5 stars, honestly. And then I got to the actual end, and I was like, oh wait, this is it. This is the whole book. Okay, so now I'm trying to decide what audiobook I want to start. 99% Mine by Sally Thorne is also on Scribd, so that would work for buzzwordathon, obviously. Like, I know I've heard that book is not nearly as good as The Hating Game, but now that I'm like prepared for it to not be as good, I feel like it wouldn't be as bad as it, like, all the people who were expecting it to be like another Hating Game masterpiece. So now that I'm prepared for it to be really different, I might not be as disappointed as some other people were. Or I could just start listening to The Queen of Nothing. I'm trying to decide if, like, how much I want to really commit to this whole buzzwordathon thing, because I feel like I can finish 99% Mine by the end of the day Sunday. But like, I I really, really want to read The Queen of Nothing. So, like, I don't know. And I think, a tad more than halfway through Evelyn Hugo, which I'm not worried about finishing that at all. I might end up finishing that today, but, like, yesterday and today were just kind of rough. Like, obviously, hello. Like, this is, like, I mean, I know this is how I dress all the time when I, like, come home. Usually at least make the effort to, like, get up and find some good lighting, but, like, all my lights are off. Like, this is natural lighting. I don't know. I'm just, like, in a funky headspace, so I don't know how the rest of the readathon is gonna go. Yeah, as of today, my video recommending books to cure your seasonal depression is up. Like, it went up today. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it there, wherever. And also down there. Okay. But I feel like I need some more recommendations. Because, of course, I want to reread old favorites, but I need more books to help me get through this winter because I can tell it's going to be a rough one. Hello, friends. Happy Sunday morning. Didn't vlog yesterday on Saturday. Like, I just wanted to take the day to kind of, like, recenter myself and not worry about vlogging after, like, the last couple days of the week just being like, ugh. So I did that. I'm feeling so much better. Like, also joyous return of the bathrobe. So it's Sunday morning. I have showered. I'm about to start getting ready to film today. Yesterday I finished Evelyn Hugo, largely while I was at the laundromat, and, like, everyone else in there was just, like, playing on their phones, and, like, or, like, there was this group of people that were actually, like, talking to each other, and most of the time when I'm at the laundromat, I'm just, like, by myself, or maybe there's, like, one other person who's doing their laundry, so I'm not used to there being, like, a crowd and them, like, talking to each other. And so I was like, oh, I'm kind of getting distracted, because normally I can just, like, sit down and read my book while my laundry's going. But I finished Evelyn Hugo. Great. I don't remember if I told you, I started reading 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. Everyone else was right. It's not very good. But I was like, you know what, I'm committed to finishing this for buzzwordathon. I have less than an hour left in the audiobook, so I'm going to finish that while I'm getting ready this morning. And then I think that'll be it. I don't have enough time to read a whole other book for this readathon, so I think that'll be it. So next time you guys see me, I will be sitting down in my normal filming setup and giving you a full wrap up of the week, which is very exciting. My first readathon that I've been vlogging and, like, doing, and I don't know, this is interesting because this is the type of video that makes me feel less comfortable doing because it is a lot of, like, bare face and, like, seeing me be a hot mess. So I don't know, this has been a time. And next time you see me, I will have finished my last book of the readathon, and I'll be giving you the lowdown on what I thought on all of them. So see you guys in a little bit. Okay, hello, I'm back. We're back in, like, just a normal filming scenario on my actual camera and not my cell phone. I know this vlog is like a hot mess. Like I said, I finished 99% Mine while I was getting ready. And for this wrap-up portion, I'm going to go ahead and start with that. I'm going to wrap this up the same way that I wrap up my normal monthly wrap-ups, going in order of worst to best. And 99% Mine was a solid 1-star book. You guys, it was so bad. It was so bad. Like, I can't... For how much I love The Hating Game, I hated 99% Mine. And I don't like to compare authors' works, especially when, like, you know, the subject matter is different, the characters are different, all that stuff. You know, I try to be as impartial as possible, but I can't even believe that it was the same author who wrote both of these books, because 99% Mine was just so bad. Like, it was such a mess. It was like so many things took so long to happen. Like, the first scene, as in, like, the first, like, just where people are together, I swear it was, like, the first, like, 5 chapters. It was, like, 50 pages. I don't know how many pages it was because I listened to the audiobook, but, like, it's really bad. Like, I'm so upset by how bad it was. Like, is Sally Thorne a one-hit wonder? Is The Hating Game gonna be like the only book of hers that was actually good? I read the synopsis for her next book. Like, I read it on Goodreads. It's supposed to come out next year, like I think in May. And the premise of that sounds good, and that sounds a lot more like, not necessarily enemies to lovers or hate to love, like The Hating Game, but more of that general vibe. And maybe that's just my personal preference. Like, I don't love friends to lovers, which is what 99% Mine is supposed to be. And to me, that's just like not as fun as people hating each other and then realizing that they don't hate each other at all, and actually it's love the whole time. Like, I love that. And friends to lovers to me is just not as interesting. So maybe that's why 99% Mine wasn't as good for me. I don't know. I want to stop talking about it. Like, after this vlog, after I'm done talking to you guys about this book, I'm never gonna think about it again, because I already wrote my Goodreads review, which is also like a hot mess. I'm just like, I'm done with this book. I don't want to ever think about it ever again in my whole life. But the rest of the readathon was actually really great. So I read, the one star book, and then everything else was 4 or 5 stars. So Twice in a Blue Moon, we'll just go with that. Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren, 4 stars, which I think is kind of the unpopular opinion. Like, I saw a lot of reviews saying that it was like the worst Christina Lauren book, and it was like 2 or 3 stars by most people. And I really liked it. I don't know if I ever even said what it's about, but it's about it's like a second chance romance and also enemies to lovers, which is like so tasty to me. It's about this woman who's an actress, and when she was 18 and before she became an actress, like, her dad's this famous actor, but she had like lived her whole life kind of separated from him and like the lavish Hollywood lifestyle or whatever. She goes on vacation and she meets this cute boy, and she tells him who she is, and then there are paparazzi banging down her door, and so she knows that he's like the only person who could have told anyone, and so she's like, oh my god, like, I thought I was in love with this boy, but he betrayed me. And then many years later, when she is a well-known actress in her own right, she starts this movie, and it's her first like serious project. Like, everything else has been like teen dramas. Like, there's this fictional show that they're talking about that's like very obviously inspired by Vampire Diaries. I was like, oh, okay, she was on Vampire Diaries, okay, cool. But she's in much more of like an Oscar bait type movie, and she reconnects with the boy on the set, except he's no longer a boy and she's no longer a girl. They are a woman and a man. And she's like very upset to see him there, and it like all goes from there. And I really enjoyed that whole dynamic. In my opinion, Christina Lauren's strength comes from the romance. Like, my biggest complaint with Christina Lauren is always that all the side characters feel like super one-dimensional, which I think is also kind of a genre trap. Like, I feel like a lot of adult contemporary romances kind of fall into that because it's so much of a focus on the romance. Like, that's the point, that a lot of the side characters fall flat and are very one-dimensional. And I encountered that with this book as well. And then my other big complaint with this book was that it just ended. Like, I think I said that in my vlog portion. This week has been like a fever dream. I don't know what I've said and what I haven't said. But it felt like it just ended. Like, there were so many things left unresolved, and I was like, are we not gonna hear anything else about any of these books? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Whatever. But overall, I really liked it. 4 stars. And then I also gave 4 stars to The Wizards of Once. That was, normally I rate books based on my enjoyment. And based on my enjoyment, that book was a 3-star, but that's a middle grade. Like, I'm not the intended audience, and I know that, and I really feel like it would be unfair for me to give it that rating because of that. So I bumped it up because I do think that is 4 stars, like, is what, like, 12-year-old me would have rated that book, right? So I kind of wanted to get into the mind of a middle grade reader and be like, okay, like, what I have actually liked about this book, and where would I have rated it when I was in like 6th grade. That's what I did. The audiobook narration was by David Tennant. It was fantastic. Love that. And it was overall just like a fun time. There was there was one part in the book where like it had like that middle grade humor, you know, and there was one part where I was straight up laughing out loud and I had to like pause the audiobook because I was laughing so hard because it was like such a ridiculous scenario. And I really enjoyed that. I don't know, it was fun, it was lighthearted, but then it did also have like a little bit of that seriousness and like high stakes elements that I'm sure would continue on into other books in the series. I may keep reading it at some point, but like, don't hold your breath. And then my next 4-star read was Six of Crows, which I read in less than 24 hours, as you guys saw. This was a ride. It was like boom, boom, boom. Like things were happening, but then also there was like character development, and it was just like really good. There was just like something that I didn't totally, like it wasn't that I disliked it, any part of this book, but I could just tell that this is not a 5-star read for me. But from everything I've heard, Crooked Kingdom is like everything, and it just like takes everything from this book and turns it up to 11. So I'm like, gotta read Crooked Kingdom. I think I'm gonna be doing a buddy read in like one of my Goodreads groups for it next month. So that's the plan. And then, of course, my 5-star read was The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I already knew it was going to be because I've read this book before, and it was 5 stars before, and it was 5 stars again. And I was like, at the end in the laundromat, and so like I was crying while I was doing my laundry, but like there were other people in there, so I had to like keep my life together, but I wanted to be like ugly crying. This book is phenomenal. Everyone knows that this book is phenomenal. If you haven't already read this book, I would highly recommend it, even if you don't normally like historical fiction, which I do not. Like, historical fiction is generally one of the genres that I don't touch with a 10-foot pole, but this book is the exception to the rule, and it's dynamite and fantastic, and I loved it, and it's great. So that's it. That was Buzzwordathon. It's only 1 p.m. on Sunday, so I could conceivably read more for Buzzwordathon this week, but like, I'm tapped out, y'all. That was 5 books in 1 week, which is not something that is typical for me. Like, it's not super unusual, especially if I'm on some kind of like smut kick and I read a bunch of smutty books in 1 week. But generally just like normal full-length novels, I'll maybe average like 2 or 3 a week. So I doubled my average, which was awesome. Also, like, because of this readathon and like other readathons that I've been doing, I read 150 books this year so far. Evelyn Hugo was 150. So I guess 151 because I finished 99% mine after that. Like, that is an absurd amount of books. Like, what is even happening? I never thought that I would ever read 150 books in 1 year. And I think part of me being able to do that was joining BookTube and feeling more included in readathons and being on book Twitter, which I know is sometimes like a hot dumpster fire, but sometimes it's really great and really encouraging. And I don't know, I'm really glad to be doing this and having people watch me do this and just like have a good time. So yeah, I hope everyone's Buzzwordathon was as successful as mine was. I mean, 5 books with 4 books that were 4 or 5 stars. Like, that's... Hello? Did you guys hear that? I don't know what that was. Sorry, I like live in the country, so like people like shoot guns and shoot fireworks and stuff all the time, and I'm like, can you not, please? Anyway, yeah, let me know how Buzzwordathon went for you, if you did it, and what you think of any of these books, and what I should read next. Actually, I know what I'm reading next. It's The Queen of Nothing. I'm gonna start the audiobook today, and I will probably just like sit down and listen to it. Like, I'm not gonna do other stuff. Well, I have a few other things to do, but like, I will literally just sit down and like listen to this audiobook and play games. Yeah, anyway, leave a comment, like and subscribe. That's what YouTubers say. I'll see you guys next time.